Good morning, dear students. Today we will start with the first chapter of Beehive, Fun They Had. Before we start this chapter, let me ask you some questions. At what time do you go to your school? Second question, do you like going to school? How long does it take to you to reach to your school? Do you enjoy the journey? How many hours do you work on computers? What would you prefer, studying at home or going to school? I think we all like to go to school because here we meet our friends, share our things, play games, and learn. So let's see what is in this chapter. The chapter name is Fun They Had. This story is in future when books doesn't exist. Perhaps they don't have the schools like us which we have now. Two students of that period about 150 years advance from today finds a printed book. Printed books are those books which we are using now. They are very surprised to see such kind of book. They talk about the schools and books of the old period. They compare those schools with those of their own which are situated in their homes and have mechanical teachers to teach them. Let's start the story. On the day of 17th May 2157, Tommy finds a real book. He showed it to Margie. Margie, who is 11 years old, is quite surprised. She had never seen a real book, but she has heard about it from her grandfather. It was a very old book. Its pages have turned yellow and crinkled. Crinkle means full of wrinkles. They turn its pages and read them. Tommy found it just a waste because for him printed books are of no use because their books used to flash on television screens. Tommy, who was 13, has read more books on television screen than Margie. Margie told Tommy that it was a book about school. Margie always hated school. Why Margie always hated school? There is one reason. Because her school was situated in her home, right next to her bedroom. The mechanical teacher flashed on her television screen at a fixed time daily, except on Saturday and Sunday. She had to attend school alone. This mechanical teacher asked her questions, gave her homework, and it also checked the assignments, test papers, and awarded her the scores. Margie's mechanical teacher had been giving her test after test. Margie's performance has been going worse to worst. Her mother called for the county inspector to know why her daughter's performance is so poor. Then the county inspector is actually a mechanic. He comes and tell that there is no problem in your child. Actually, this computer is set not according to your child's level. So, he sets according to the level of the child. That is, he sets the computer according to a child of 11 years old. Tommy had told Margie that hundreds and hundreds years ago there exist those kinds of schools, and these schools were not like which they have. These schools have the special buildings. the teachers used to taught in them. All the kids in the area went there and learned the same thing. Margie thought that it would be a great fun to study in those schools because all the children are studying the same thing. And if they have any problem, they can ask the teacher or they can ask their friends. She wanted to read more about those funny schools. Just then, her mother calls her to attend the school because it was the time for her class. Margie has to go inside to her schoolroom, which was right next to her bedroom. Her mechanical teacher was ready and waiting for her. It asked Margie to put the homework in the proper slot. Margie did so with a sigh. The mechanical teacher was teaching her mathematics topic of fraction, but she was thinking about the schools of old days and the fun they had. She is thinking about the fun the children must have learning and spending time together. She believes that the kids must have enjoyed going together to school, studying the same things and being doing with the help of each other. So, my dear students, we must understand the value of the present lively education system and enjoy it to the fullest. You must understand the benefits of personal interaction between students and teachers, which help to develop social skill as well as many more things. So, my dear students, here we end with the lesson. For today, I am giving you some questions to solve, and your questions are like this. Your first question is, what sort of books did Margie and Tommy have in their school? Second question, how old were Margie and Tommy? Third question, what was Margie's opinion about school? Fourth question, where was Margie's school situated? And the last question is, describe the book that Tommy had found in the attic. Thank you.